Graswald is accused of killing Viafor during a kayaking trip last month, allegedly removing a plug from his kayak so it would fill up with water and then pulling the paddle away from him as he struggled to stay above water. The DA also saying she failed to call for help in a timely manner and that a witness reported seeing her intentionally capsize her own kayak so she too would need to be rescued. Shortly after her fiancé disappeared, Graswald described the frantic moments in the rough 40-degree water in a local TV interview.
He was trying to figure out how to paddle the waves because they were getting crazy. And then I just saw him flip.
But prosecutors say the 35-year-old admitted to them she tampered with Viafor's kayak. Her alleged motive, some $250,000 from Viafor's insurance policies, allegedly telling police it felt good knowing Viafor was going to die.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I'm in the Hudson River by Cornwall Yacht Club. My fiance fell in the water. Can you please call anybody?
What's your name?
Angelika.
Tell me exactly what happened.
We are kayaking. My fiance flipped over. He's in the water right now.
All right, stay on the phone with me, okay?
I can't get to him. It's very windy and the waves are coming in, and I can't paddle to him. He's getting further and further away from me. He's gonna drown. Please call somebody.
We've got help on the way. Stay on the phone with me, okay?
Okay. I have you on the speaker.
Okay.
I'm trying to paddle. The waves are very strong. I just still see him floating, but I'm getting further.
Okay, good. So he's still above water, right?
He's in the water, yes. Oh no, baby! Oh my God.
Okay, we've got everybody coming out there, okay?
Okay. I can't see him anymore.
You don't see him?
No. I don't see him anymore.
Okay, what's his name?
And, oh my God. I'm in a red kayak, but he fell in and I couldn't swim to him. I couldn't paddle to him.
Did he have a life jacket on when he flipped over?
He had a little, like a floating thing. He didn't have a vest. Oh my God.
Can you see the kayak still?
No, the kayak went underwater. The water is very cold. I'm afraid he... Oh my God.
Get your water, right?
Yeah.
All right. How you doing? You lost him, German. I know it's difficult. I know
No, I
that these
didn't
are...
just watch him drown. I tried to do something about it.
No, did you really want to save him?
Yeah. Somehow. If he did not say call 911, I would have paddled the out of myself and got to him somehow.
That's a little different from when you told me earlier, though. Why? Why do you keep changing what you're saying? You're confusing me.
I'm sorry.
And that's an issue for me. You always wanted sex.
Yeah.
You do sexual things.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
He wanted threesomes, porn, everything.
Okay.
And I was not ready.
Did it upset you that
Yeah,
he sort of
very much.
switched, that he did not want to marry you?
Yeah, of course. Who proposes to somebody and then changes their mind?
Why did you do that? What's the real reason why you did that? What did you want them to think?
That I was trying to save him. That I was doing everything I could to save him.
How long before you guys went on your kayaking trip did you take that ring? Was it the same day?
I didn't take the ring.
Killed him.
I didn't know.
When you washed him in the water, was a part of you saying, my worries are going away now, and I'm free? And were you almost
Before?
euphoric that he was going to be gone?
I
You felt that way?
still do.
Still do. And he had a life insurance policy,
Yeah.
and you were on it?
Yeah.
Cigarette? Matches? Ashtray, okay.
At times when she's alone in the interrogation room, unaware there's a camera rolling, Angelika loosens up with yoga. Even a little hopscotch.
Your feelings and emotions knowing that this is about to happen, that when you're going...
I'm, like, ripping in two halves, you know, angels and demons.
Mhm. What's the demon side saying?
The demon side, oh, it's not a good side. You guys don't want to see that side of me. That side was telling me, just make it like, let it happen. Just let it go. But the good side was like, safe, we can do it, we're strong.
Why the demon side went out?
No, because of the way he was treating me, you know.
You killed Vinny. Right?
You don't want to know.
No, I'm asking you the question.
You want
and I
me
want
to
to hear
hear
it. I want you to tell me the truth.
I am telling you the
And what is the answer to that question?
I didn't want him.
Angelika, what is the true answer to that question?
All right, you need a statement.
What is it?
I wanted him dead, and now he's gone. And I'm okay with it.
On April 19, 2015, he died as a result of drowning due to the actions of the defendant, the criminally negligent actions of the defendant. She admitted on July 24, 2017, that her criminally negligent actions caused his death. She pled to criminally negligent homicide. It's an E as an Edward felony pursuant to the plea agreement. We expect Your Honor to sentence her today to the maximum under that plea agreement and a maximum sentence under an E felony, which is 1 1/3 to 4 years in state's prison. The people ask Your Honor to sentence her accordingly today, pursuant to her plea and pursuant to the agreement.
Mr. Graswald, you have the opportunity to address the court on your own behalf if you would like to add anything at this time.
No, thank you, Judge.
I'd like to hear from her.
No, thank you.
The remarks that we just heard by the victim's sister are very similar to the statements contained in the multitude of letters that were received and attached to the pre-sentence report from friends, cousins, Vincent's mother, and others, all pointing out these wonderful character traits that Vincent exhibited through the years and what a great friend he was. Some, of course, different vignettes interspaced therein. But many of them also make reflections in hindsight about Angelika Graswald's involvement in their lives, none of which, as would be expected at this time, are particularly flattering, although they are rather, they're not as venomous as you might expect people in this situation to be. But what they show is, and I don't claim to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist, is certainly some type of a narcissistic personality disorder. You pled to something that not necessarily an intentional act that you committed, but that you failed to perceive the substantial and unjustified risk of death inherent in your actions. Was it removing a plug from the kayak, which appeared to have been done months, a long time before this? Was it tampering with the clip on the paddle? Not really. It was the immediate acts of you being in your canoe and Vincent floundering in the water and not taking any steps to try to help him. Whether you froze, whether some of the statements you made during the long statement that you gave to the police, of being tired of the relationship, or whether it was that or a combination of everything else. It just shows that you were the kind of person, you certainly have a lack of understanding of other people's feelings. It appears to me you have an excessive need for admiration. You certainly knew how to end unsatisfactory relationships in a manner that would be socially and legally acceptable. It's reflected in the pre-sentence report that you were married twice, divorced twice, moved on with relationships. You could have walked out on Vinny if you were unhappy, rather than whatever it is was in your mind that led to removing the plug and the other actual acts that you took. This plea agreement was hammered out for a number of reasons, many of which would spare the family and friends the pain and heartache of going through a trial. The sentence that's about to be imposed is the maximum that is allowed under our statutes. It may not seem to be a lot of time, but you've already been in custody for well over 2 years. It's my understanding that there will be immigration, naturalization consequences as a result of this plea. You put yourself in this situation. All I can say is you exhibit such exaggerated feelings of self-worth, and Vince Viafor was the unnecessary victim of that. It is a sentence of judgment of the court that you were committed to the care and custody of the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision to serve an indeterminate sentence, the maximum of which shall be 4 years, the minimum 1 1/3 years, with credit for time served, a $325 surcharge, $50 DNA fee, and a fine of $5,000. The foregoing constitutes the sentence of judgment of the court. Yes, Mr. Portella.
Can we frustrate that?
No.
Well,
Put it on the record if you want to say.
Fine. I'm confused about the $5,000 fine. That was not part of the resolution. When we had negotiated.
My agreement was only as to time, as in incarceration.
Well,
never came up, never came up.
Well, never came up. So, you know, when we pled guilty in resolution of this case, we anticipated that you had set forth everything that Your Honor was going to include in your
Mr.
sentence.
Portella, you can follow whatever other remedies you think are appropriate. That's the sentence that's handed down tonight.
Thank you, Judge. 1 second, please. No objection.
Noted.